Well, it has been a minute since I posted. I'm just gonna raw dog this for the most part, to be honest. It's like almost midnight. I didn't sleep much last night. I'm already past when I should be asleep. I got work in the morning. But there's only 23 hours left in Beesmas. And with my lovely snowflakes and gingerbread bears that I've been saving up, I wanted to buy the things. But I can't save it to the end anymore. So I'm gonna start out with a gambling session. Ooh, we love gambling in here. Fortunately, I could not grind enough snowflakes. But I do have enough tickets to buy a star treat. And so, I buy a mythic egg with all the money that I've saved, all the hard-earned cash. I'm gonna replace my silly little bumblebee, and I hope I get something good. Which, to be honest, you know what, it's alright. It's alright. It's not the worst bee. It's not. I could have gotten a third fuzzy. Look at that. Gifted spicy. Gifted spicy bee, guys. Alright. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get to the content of what I wanted to do. It's been on my topic. It's been a topic on my mind for a little while. And I know you can easily see by the title of the video, but making YouTube is genuinely a passion that I have. I've been making YouTube videos like on and off for a long time. I fairly recently got diagnosed with ADHD, and I'm on light medication. But something you don't realize is how much ADHD affects you until you really start looking into it. And like the way you move, the way you act, the way you do things differently because of ADHD. It's honestly entirely life-changing. But you just don't think about it. You don't notice. And when you do start noticing, it's that when you start realizing what's going on, the pattern in front of you, it's almost frightening in a way. Because how do you fight such a I don't know how to say it. Having ADHD it fights you in everything you do in your life. Everything. You see a lot of little silly people that are like, oh, I walk in the room and forget I have ADHD. And while it definitely it results in that, what people don't realize is it affects literally doing the simplest of things sometimes. When I say sometimes, I mean most of the time, to be honest. Of course, it varies depending how bad it is, but I genuinely love making YouTube videos, but ADHD holds me back from even doing that. I have this project that I'm working on, and I did one part of it, and now I need to do another part, and I have to play this game. It's Gravedigger. It's another video, it's like the last one I made, but to It's really stupid because to make it, all I have to do is make a slight variation in the way I play. Not even anything major, just play a specific class. But doing that is somehow too much. Doing that is somehow too difficult. I'm already playing the game, even as that class. All I'd have to do is open OBS and hit record. But the simple act of doing that, the simple act of adding the little modifier of playing for making a video, makes it too hard to do. And it's just the weird way the brain works. And you see that in everything. Oh, I can't wait to get home and play Minecraft today. And then when you get home, you don't play Minecraft. And you sit there and like, I want to play Minecraft, but you don't play Minecraft. It's absurd and it doesn't make any sense, but that's how it is. It's almost, like I said, it's terrifying. Because you look at it, and in very simple terms, ADHD is being unable to do things. I know there's different types, inattentive, hyperactive, and combined, but it makes it legitimately hard to do anything. And the worst example is in the worst of my ADHD, when I finally decided that I wanted to get diagnosed. And mind you, it took like a year for me to actually start the process. But I would sit in my room, hungry, and I'd be like, I want to go eat food. And all I'd have to do is walk across the street and order something. It's that simple. That was like my normal routine. I'd walk across the street and I'd get myself dinner. But somehow that was too hard to do, and I'd constantly wait till it was like 10 o'clock at night, the place was already closed, and I couldn't eat. This was a consistent issue that I had. And that's what really when I started to take a look at myself and was like, okay, what is happening? It's not even like it's something difficult, something complicated. Like it cost me something. It's the simplest act, going and getting food. And that was difficult. And so when I have big dreams, big hopes for my life, my future, my creative projects, what I want to do, it gets really hard to do anything. And it's not because I don't want to, it's not because I don't have motivation. And yeah, I'm, like anything else, sometimes I start to lack motivation. But motivation is something that really is hard to obtain with ADHD. It's unbelievably, unbearably difficult. And even when I'm mentally motivated, even when I want with all of my heart to do something, I just can't always do it. I mean, even making this video, I made it as simple as I can. I just want to sit here and talk about what's going on, what I want to do, and why I'm having issues with it. But even doing that, I put it off for days. I mean, I was supposed to make this video last week and the week before. I gave myself deadlines. I kept telling myself, okay, I have to do it by this day. I have to do it by this day. And it just kept never happening. And in the end, the day before Beesmas closes up, so I don't think I'll be able to make it tomorrow. And I still haven't. Well, I say still haven't. Here I am now. So that's something at least. But the point stands. Delaying to the last moment, not being able to do the most basic things, even things you enjoy, is such a core problem. And now that I'm finally diagnosed and aware and medicated, I'm taking the time to learn what works and what doesn't, to work on myself, to be able to do the creative projects I want to do, to just generally be able to live my life having less problems caused by this honestly quite debilitating issue that I have. And like, what do you even do? Like, realistically, because when ADHD stops you from when ADHD makes it hard to do anything in life, that means it makes it hard to work on your problems. There are things that I'm doing very slowly and painfully, and progress is being made very slowly and very painfully. But I'm hoping that one day I'll look back and realize that all the progress was worth it, and that I'm in a much better state. And I can do that now. But I hope that even though the progress is slow, I hope that I can keep making progress. I hope that it never slows down. Because that's one of the things that worries me most. Is that one day it will slow down, it'll stop. I had him in my hotbar the whole time. But I'm not a mastermind. I can't predict the future. So I'm really kind of just hoping that I'll hit it one day, hit the mark, and look back and be like, I've really done it. I know life isn't that simple. It'll never be some magical one moment where I like, oh, everything's better. But at the very least, I'll know that my progress has meant something. I'll look back one day and really think to myself, yeah, I really did it. I really all that constant effort over time has paid off. And I mean this for so many different aspects. I mean that for YouTube, obviously. There's a reason I'm sitting here talking about it. And in some way I hope that, and I think I talked about this before, sitting here making the most basic, simple videos will start getting me into a sort of routine about making them. It'll make my life, not my life, making videos, I guess my life and it's part of that too, a little easier. But I kind of hope that by doing this, I'll get into a sort of habit, at least have some sort of consistent output. Because I do like doing this. I still go back and watch some of the videos that I made years ago. And this creative expression that I have, the passion that I have for it, isn't something that I've ever really managed to explore before. Not to the extent that I ever even thought of. And ADHD is a huge part of that. I realize that now. There's a huge parallel in people with ADHD and people that are just struggling to cope with the modern world, the modern life. The struggle to keep away from the endless screens and the endless overstimulation. And just because essentially it's the same issue, right? Like, dopamine not having its effectiveness from being overstimulated and just not having enough dopamine. Come out with very similar symptoms. I leveled up the temper creepy. But I think Yay! I do that sometimes, I think. I lost that train of thought. I just hope that I can end up somewhere with YouTube. I don't want, well, I do want a community. I don't want to be famous. I don't want anything huge. I don't want to have 1 million subscribers and make this my job. I don't know if I've ever really wanted that. Even as a kid, I look back and playing video games as a YouTube career. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be as fun as people make it out to be. But I like making videos. I like making content. I like finding ways to express myself and the things that I like through a video form in my own way. And I want to expand on that. I mean, I've already started in the ways that I can. I've made a TikTok and I posted my first video. And that was fun. Honestly, even just the simplest thing. I mean, I was already taking photos. I don't even remember why. I just posted some photos on TikTok. That was it. But it's like a step in the direction that I want. Thinking about the future that I've been making in my head for a long time. But the difference is, instead of being this thing in my head, it's like a first step towards it. And something that I've been putting off largely because of ADHD for a long time. I mean, and there's other reasons that play into it. It's not the only reason I've delayed so many of these projects and things that I wanted to do for so long. And my expectations and my wants have been toned down a lot, because I was overzealous in my original ideas, but the core concept still remains the same of what I want, and I feel like I'm finally taking the first steps towards it in the first way I ever actually have, beyond just making a video and posting it online. My first mental steps, my first actual progress towards these goals has been made. I just feel like I just had to work on myself and cope with my horrible, debilitating ADHD first. And yeah, I'm exaggerating. I can live my life. I know there's people that have it way worse. Trust me, I know there's people. I know people that have it way worse. But to say that to not do and to not be aware of ADHD makes it so much worse. Because not knowing, not being able to work around it or push yourself past it consciously just compounds the effects several times over. It's now I'll come back to that first little point. It's scary to look at. If I had never really sat down and thought about it, if I had never realized that I have ADHD, I would be in a completely different spot in my life. The effects of ADHD play into your whole life, and that really culminates into a lot of different things. For a long time as a kid, I was super depressed and stressed all the time. School was horrible, my friendships was horrible, my relationship was suffering. And yeah, there's other things that play into these, obviously. But ADHD had a hand in making every single aspect worse. All of it. And so, once you're aware of that, and you can start doing something about it, and once you do something about it, it's really a game changer. Sorry, completely off tangent. I've been trying to open up one more Beesmith chest. I think I have the level 9 one opened right now. But what the hell is a periwinkle? Anyways, I've been yapping for 20 minutes now. I'll probably, who knows when I get to this video. Let's be real. I hope I get to it this week. Put in some basic editing. It was really just a yap session. I just needed to make something, get something off my chest. Put something out into the world again. I have grand plans that may or may not ever even be reached. Like many things in life, you don't know what it's gonna throw at you, and you don't know what you're gonna throw at yourself. So, we'll see how my plans change as the future goes forward. And we grow and change.